Ah, the sounds of serenity. Birds singing sweetly in the trees, the gentle breeze on the leaves. Peace, calm, quiet, just pure serenity.
Alright, that's enough of that. Cue the music! Add some music to your life. 90.7 WKKL West Barnstable, the Cape's only commercial-free alternative music station. We promise it won't be quiet. This is 90.7 WKKL. I am your friend Frosty. Glad to have you along for the next hour or so. So now let's kick it into high gear and rock! Sorry, I'm in a weird mood today. I didn't sleep well. Mercury's in retrograde, my wishing star was a little far to the left, and I may be wearing someone else's socks. Yeah, that would explain a few things. But whatever the situation, I still have a show to do, so let's get down to it. Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and that means I've got groceries to buy and a feast to prepare. In the meantime, I've also got music to play. The show started with Matt Land with Glow, followed by Birds Fly, Whisper to a Scream from Icicle Works, but up ahead, keep it right here on 90.7 WKKL for Nico Vega, Gorillaz, and first on deck, 3 Union. It's mad, it's bad, it's Frosty on 90.7 WKKL! Yeah. Man, I think I need to go lie down for a minute. If you're listening to this, then I'm going to ask aloud what you're probably asking yourself. Huh, how did this happen? Anyway, this is Frosty on 90.7 WKKL. Glad to be taking up your Wednesday afternoon. Rest assured no one is more happier to have you here than I. Your generous presence has helped me in ways you can't imagine. My ratings are steadily improving with every passing second, after all. Watch, I'll prove it. Up next, it's The Sword, followed by James Morris. I'm too good to you people. This is WKKL. Don't panic, just relax. You're with your friend Frosty on 90.7 WKKL. There's no reason to panic, people. That's reason to celebrate. Sort of. Okay, alright. Anyway, I think the time has come to talk about something that happened very recently. Friday night, as we all know, the world was suddenly shocked by a terrifying attack ripping through the heart of Paris. Lives were lost, families were torn apart, and for almost a week since, panic, fear, and suspicion gripped not only the country of France, but the entire continent of Europe, and, well, let's face it, this continent, the one next to it, and the world itself. It's safe to say that no one woke up that day expecting their lives to change, but the reality is that it did happen, and now we're left to deal with the aftermath. While I sound like I'm actually casual and cool about this incident, I'm really not. Several days after the attack, a bomb threat was leveled against this very institution, and instantly authorities sprang into action. While bomb-sniffing dogs and inspectors searched long and hard through the night and day and found an empty threat, the effect resonated with everyone. What if this was, in some distant way, related to the catastrophe in Paris? I'll admit it, I even thought about it myself, but this is the nature of terrorism itself. Your ordinary life is interrupted, and you are faced with the aspect of fear suddenly leaching itself into everything, and this is the real threat, the fear. While I don't know if it was related, I don't know if I ever will know, I have to make sure that I move forward no matter what. I have to make sure that despite the various fear and perceived dangers lurking out there, I continue to live my life, do my show, go to my job, pay my bills, and avoid curling up all hermit crab-like and fearing everything. This is, in fact, what we all have to do. While our hearts and sympathies go out to the victims of this terrible attack, and while the effects of it are still being felt worldwide, we'd be idiots to ignore it. But we must continue with our lives. My heart and support is with the people of Paris, and my nose is firmly pressed to the grindstone of life, as trite and ridiculous as that may sound, and no matter what happens, I and you must continue on. And now, with That being said, and assuming you haven't changed the channel yet, I'm going to get off my little soapbox here and try to make things a little lighter around here. Here's Drive By with America Chasing Ghosts on 90.7 WKKL. This is your friend Frosty, by the way. This is your good friend Frosty on 90.7 WKKL. Sorry, I'm going to talk in a less intense voice now. Glad to have you along for the ride. Speaking of ride, we're taking another magical, mystical time trip back to the 1990s, where Macaulay Culkin is defending his home against witless burglars, some saxophone player has just been elected President of the United States, and Minnesota has suddenly made a place for itself on the map with a big mall opening. But let's not forget what put us on this trip in the first place: the music. From dirty grunge to ubiquitous boy bands, it was truly a time to own a radio. Just for you, from that bygone era so near and dear to my heart, are two 90s songs, just for you. First, the Stone Temple Pilots take us for a ride with Interstate Love Song. Next, Garbage Needs to Talk to a Therapist with the song I Think I'm Paranoid. It's big. It's amazing. It's the 90s flashback on 90.7 WKKL. People, let's kick it. If you're still listening, hi! Welcome back to 90.7 WKKL. I am your friend Frosty. Glad to have entertained you for the last hour, but the powers that be have said that I need to wrap things up and make way for the Culture Critique coming up next on 90.7 WKKL. Me, I've got some tickets to buy. Did I mention that the final performances of the Four Seas production of the Lanford Wilson play, The Balm in Gilead, will take place this weekend, Friday to Sunday? Make your way there and grab your seat for a dark and deep tale of addiction, homelessness, gender identity issues, and a look at those who have fallen between the cracks in that crazy city. For information about the play and buying tickets, visit http://www.capecod.edu/web/arts/theater. Me, I'll be just walking over, so I got it covered. I'll be back next week at 3 on Wednesday, but you'll also hear me this Friday at 5 for the new WKKL Talk Block. Laugh along with us. Feel the emotion, the love, the confusion, the distress. You know what? I'm overselling it. I'll catch you later. Don't stop listening. This is 90.7 WKKL West Barnstable, Cape Cod's only commercial-free alternative music station. Bye-bye.
Loaded with my things I agree.